Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, the affordable Tesla Model Y deal is ending very soon. We've got a new update, not the one that we've been telling you about. There is another deal that is also ending on June 16th, and Tesla has announced the end date for it. So we're going to talk about that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you've got a question or if you want to support the channel, you can do that in my Patreon group down below in the description. Today's live stream is partnered with Jowa, where you can get accessories for all of your Tesla vehicles, including the new Model Y Juniper, like a phone mount and center console, because your Tesla does not come with it, but more on that later. And so we know that 1.99% financing is ending for the new Model Y. The affordable deal for the Model Y is ending on June 16th, but Tesla also made a change here. They also made a change saying that the lease deal, the $499 a month lease deal with $1,000 down, it used to be $3,000 down, and they've decided to lower it down to $1,000 down for the deal on it. That's also ending on June 16th. So a little bit of a change here, but both of these deals only on the Model Y, all-wheel drive. And that actually makes me wonder, like, can you stack like the $2,000 loyalty Model Y deal with the lease payment deal? I actually don't know that, but maybe you can, because you can't do that with the 1.99% financing, but maybe you can stack it with the $1,000 affordable deal for the Model Y. And so both of these are ending on the 16th, which is next month. So really you have less than a month at this point to try and get into a Model Y with one of these two deals. And so the question is, what's going to be happening after that on June 17th? Is there going to be a change? I don't specifically think so. I think they're going to wait until Q3, which would be a July through September type of time frame. But the one thing is for sure, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. But very interesting to see. We still have yet to gotten the residual values, and also not the residual values, the money factors, to see what type of interest rate on the Tesla Model Y $499 a month deal though. But if it's anything what we've seen before in the past, like the interest rates on the old deal was like 10.32%, I bet it's going to be closer to like the 7 to 8%, which is of course still not as good as 1.99% financing. So just take that with a grain of salt, or take that for whatever it is, to see if it is actually a good deal for you. Because if you add up all the different payments, it actually doesn't make sense, and you might want to just take the risk yourself and finance it at 1.99%. But you have to kind of see yourself, like, what type of owner are you? How long do you own your vehicles? Are you someone that switches every 2 to 3 years, or are you someone that drives until the vehicles falls off, like 5 to 10 years type of time frame? If that's your type of style, then financing is going to be the way to go. But the one thing is for sure, if you're going to be buying a Tesla vehicle, you do want to try and protect it. And that's where our friends at Tesbros has DIY paint protection film kits. And right now, if you use our promo code, you can get 10% off on top of that. It's promo code Dennis down below in the description. And if you don't know what paint protection film, it is a great way to protect the vehicle. And there's so many different types that you can do this. You can just do the essential, which is the front area. You can do the full frontal area, which is like the front bumper, the hood, and also the fenders, which we have this on the Model X. Or you could do full coverage. Our Model Y has colored paint protection if you want to go in that route, but you can do clear paint protection, which I think is a good one, because if you do in DIY kits yourself, not only will you get everything to install it, it's way better, and you'll save thousands of dollars than going with a shop, which could be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 instead. So definitely check out Tesbros down below in the description and use our promo code Dennis to save some extra money with that. But in other Tesla news, it seems like there's a new feature out, which is child left alone detection. Really cool to see this with the 2024.14.12 update. So how this works is, if you leave an unintended child detected, the vehicle will turn on the AC and alert you within the Tesla phone app. This vehicle will also flash its lights and sound a audible alert. And so really cool to see. Like, I guess this is much different from dog mode, and it's more of like an alert thing, like, hey, you left your child, don't forget about it, and or don't forget about them, and also turn on the AC, which is really nice. The other thing, we've been talking a lot of smack about this Model X and Model S refresh, and maybe there's not a lot of hype around it, or not a lot of cool features. But what if this feature, which was debuted in a, I think, earnings call deck or shareholder deck, but like talking about wireless charging. What if this is going to be the newest features that rolls out with the Model S? Like, do you see this as something that you would be beneficial for? I guess beneficial for you. I guess it really depends on like how much this system is going to cost. Like with the pad here at the bottom, like already the wall charger is $400 to $600 depending on which version you get. Like adding a pad on the bottom, I mean, this could easily, I could see it get into like the couple of thousands, maybe even more than that for like the initial release of the technology and everything. And so it's like kind of those like cool, nice to have things. But I mean, I imagine this is going to be a slower type of charging rate at the end of it. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Volky, thanks for coming in. MMA, great to see you. And JJ, great to see you as well. Volky, I think we'll see better offers before the end of the quarter, particularly for the Model 3. Interesting. You think that Model 3 deals might get a little bit better? You know what? They didn't really add any sort of end date for it. Maybe we get some like 3 months free supercharging, or 6 months, 10, 15,000 miles. I can see where you're thinking here. Maybe they do, because it seems like, in the past, they used to kind of run like Model 3, Model Y deals like consecutively at the same time. Like there was times when Model 3 and Model Y had 0% at the same time. But now it's almost like they're both on 2 different journeys, because Model 3 has 0%, Model Y doesn't. And so we could easily, yeah, maybe we see some sort of action where Model 3 gets like a free supercharging offer or something added on top of that. Because I guess if we take a look at the inventory counts, Model 3 still is their lowest inventory in stock. I mean, we could easily see now that Model S and Model X, maybe the refresh is right around the corner, maybe they really ramp it up with that. We could easily see that. And also Cybertruck, a little bit of an issue here because they have the most inventory for Cybertruck at the moment. MMA, I'm waiting for better deals on the Model Y. What deals are you waiting for, MMA? Drop it down below. But this is 1.99 on all-wheel drive, not rear-wheel drive. There definitely will be lower APRs as Model Y in general are not selling. Delivery date today. Yeah, exactly. Like I was taking a look at the Model Y deliveries, like how much inventory they have near me. And yeah, each of these pretty easy to get, especially for, of course, not the rear-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive. And then Model S, Model X, kind of the same thing too, even though, of course, free supercharging is on inventory models only. Volky, inventory discounts are my bet. Some full self-driving or supercharging limited time incentives. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people do like that free supercharging type of time frames, because in the past they've done like 3 months free supercharging, 6 months free supercharging, 1 year, 3 year, and also like, or 10 to 15,000 miles. So we could see that for sure in this next month or so to try and like amp it up. And that's a good prediction, and I could get behind that for sure. In this next topic, Tesla is now offering window tint. You can now see pricing for various Tesla models. But the one thing is, though, I'm not sure that I would actually go with this vendor, and I'll give you my recommendation with that. But Winston posted this. Tesla is now offering window tint. It seems like it's one of those things where it's like you go through a partner store through Expel. So here's a cost for an example on one of them, $560. Not really sure if this is one of those things where Tesla installs this or it's like an authorized retailer, but this page really gives us some more insight that maybe it actually is a authorized retailer, which I guess this is a little bit dangerous because you don't know who is installing your tint until after you go and click the find installer and see who it actually is. But I do like how there's pricing up front on all of these different things, and you can kind of choose what material and everything with that. And so it's certainly very cool to see. I love the transparency of all of this. But one thing's for sure, if you're looking for tint in the OC area, definitely check out our friends at OC Tint Solutions. We've brought in all of our Tesla vehicles to them. You can hit up the owner, Jason, and ask for the Dennis deal. If you don't believe me in their quality of work, just look at their 5.0 stars, 910 reviews. They got 2 locations in Costa Mesa and Anaheim as well. And they go with 3M, which actually is my favorite in terms of heat rejection and UV rejection as well. But very interesting to see that Tesla is getting into the window tint game. And I'm not sure if I would go with it, but hey, if you're in an area where there's not a lot of tint recommendations, I mean, I would probably just go on Yelp and see what is like the specialized, highest reviewed tint shop in your area so that you could get into a great deal and great installation, because that's what really matters at the end of the day, good customer service. But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners, and I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there, 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones, and by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone, and I forgot to share this as well, but Wide-Eyed Tide sent this in the Discord as well, our super secret Discord down below. We can see that they're still Depo discounting some launch editions that we didn't find any in our area, but here's one with 931 miles on it at a $600 price adjustment. And this is a launch series, so you have to force buy like the full self-driving and the acceleration boost. I'm not sure I like this deal, but hey, if you really want the launch series with all the different bells and whistles, then I guess it's okay. But I would like to see like $1,000 off on this one, and I think some of you would probably be in the same boat as me. But 1.99% financing on this one seems to be a decent deal for sure. But I think I would go with something just a little bit more better. And in some interesting things that we posted or that we found on X, Sorry posted this. According to a new study, 2 main reasons people cite why they are not buying an electric vehicle is charging infrastructure and upfront costs. Pretty interesting to see that 22% of people still feel like it is a high upfront cost to buy a electric vehicle when there's like crazy deals right now. I mean, maybe the marketing isn't hitting the people where they're at. Like people, I guess they don't see that you can get a 0 down lease on a Model 3 for $349 a month, or maybe they think $349 is expensive for them, because I think what it is, it's expensive for them because then they have to figure out how to charge the vehicle, which is time and effort, or maybe if they do installation of a home charger, because like number 2 reason is lack of charging stations. And so I think people are just anxious of change, and then they don't want to figure out all these different things because they don't have the bandwidth to maybe figure out some of these things. The second question here is, would you switch to an electric vehicle if charging was as convenient as a gas station? And still 20% of people said no, they would not. 23% said yes immediately, and 58% said maybe. And I do really feel like this is a big issue in terms of, like, I feel once level 2 chargers are everywhere, when you think like apartments, homes, workplaces, commercial places, grocery stores, and you're level 2 charging everywhere you go, that will add up after a while. And I really feel like once that's the case, then this theory or this issue of people wanting to go to gas station as places to go charge up the vehicle will disappear, because if you could level 2 charge everywhere, then that would make a lot of sense. I feel like at the end of the day. And if you're someone that has commercial property or you want a commercial property style installation, there is a company out there that will do free installs of level 2 chargers for commercial properties like rental places and things like that. Or and so if you're interested in me connecting you, send me a DM so I can point you in the right direction with that. It's a very interesting concept in terms of trying to get level 2 chargers, Tesla level 2 chargers everywhere and anywhere. U-Haul, Taco Tuesday, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, thanks for coming in as well. JJ, another person posted a photo of the lot here of there are tons of Model Ys in Tesla's dealership in the Discord. Yeah, actually I see that right now. And yeah, I mean, I do want to go to one of these Tesla areas or Tesla inventory lots and go see the inventory issue again, because that always is an interesting one to see what's available, what's on the ground, and what is sitting around not sold yet. JJ, charging takes time and effort. A lot of people don't have a primary home. Yeah, 100%. On top of that, depreciation of a Tesla is insane, and new build charging, insane EV fee does not help. Yeah, really hope that gets removed because that really hits all of us in our pocket. Call in. We need to disclose to people that you do 48-hour demo drives. If you go over 200 miles, you get permanently blacklisted from doing a Tesla demo drive or buying a Tesla for life. Call in. I have not heard of that. And I don't even know if they're tracking that, but I guess, yeah, I mean, I've heard of the 200-mile limit, but I did not know you get blacklisted and you could never buy a Tesla. I mean, that would probably mean if you're like grossly going over, like abusing it, then I guess I could see that. But I mean, I feel like Tesla would still want you to buy one at the end of the day, but I guess it really depends on who is in charge of it at that location and stuff like that. Charging stations at gas stations. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could see like level 3 charging stations at gas stations, but really level 2 everywhere is the way to go. Gabriel, how much negative equity have you heard of Tesla accepting and rolling into a loan? I think the max I've heard is like $1,000. Anything more than that, they basically say sorry and you can't actually do it. Tor, prediction of special interest rate on the rear-wheel drive Model Y, 1.99, but not anytime soon. Probably like 2 months out from now is my best guess for sure. In this next topic, you might have heard that Tesla battery replacements or electric vehicle battery replacements can cost $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. But here's really the truth of electric vehicle batteries. And really, as long as you have a warranty, you're pretty much good. And so that's why stressing to buy new or stressing to buy slightly used could be your best bet. But I'll give you a solution. Even if you do buy like a crazy Tesla like this one, a 2022 Tesla Model 3 for $14,000 from Hertz that has 138,000 miles, there are some solutions that can get you a battery that's not going to be $20,000 to $30,000. Zach posted this. Everyone says, quote, in an EV, if your battery goes out, it's $10K plus to replace. Well, they don't realize that most of them are warranted 8 years to 100,000 plus miles and rarely fail. Most people don't keep their cars that long. Other cars powertrain warranty ends at $50K, and it's money for a new engine or transmission. Owning an electric vehicle long term is great. Basically zero maintenance besides wipers, tires, and other small items. And so that's basically the truth here. And I would say as long as you're buying new or at least has some sort of warranty, you're going to be covered for a long period of time, whether it's like the 8-year, 120,000 mile warranty for used Tesla vehicles. But even if you don't, let's say you buy one of these and it has no more battery warranty or the factory warranty, and you drive this all the way to 200,000 miles and that battery goes kaput and does not work anymore. There are services, like here's one from Resell, just to give you guys some frame of reference. You can get a standard range battery put into your vehicle for $7,000 with shipping and everything. You basically ship the vehicle to them, they pay for that shipping, and then you pick it up with the brand new battery. Like long range, $8,000, performance even $9,000. So if you think about it, you could buy like one of these standard range Model 3s and pay an $9,000 battery and get a performance battery into your vehicle. I'm pretty sure how that actually works because I've talked to a couple of people that have done that, and you can switch it between like standard range and long range, and it gives you that extra range. So it gives you a little bit of clarity and insight with these different things of batteries, and you really don't have to be too afraid when you're buying a Tesla vehicle because there still are options. You just have to figure out which ones are out there without paying that crazy cost of a Tesla vehicle. So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor floor mounts and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mounts is probably my number one recommendation, and I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my number one accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian. But my favorite, all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone. Colin, I did a demo drive with the Cybertruck last week, and they said even 1 mile you're hit with the blacklist. I did the Austin location, they track the odometer, and make you sign a document. Colin, interesting. That's the first thing I've ever heard of it. I wish, were you able to get a picture of that document or maybe emailed to, a copy of it? I would love to, because I don't think anybody's reporting about that, so that'd be crazy. And I guess it kind of makes sense to limit abuse, but I'm not really sure Tesla would ban you. Well, I don't know. I guess that could happen for sure. Brittany, waiting on a 7-seater when? Good question. I personally think it's going to be maybe as early as June 17th once these 2 offers that make the Model Y more affordable come to an end. It could be the offers that are coming to an end on the Model Y are the $1,000 down offer for the $499 lease, which brought it down from a $3,000, and also the 1.99% offer as well. Will they do inventory discount on new Model 3 or the new Model Y? Model 3 new one already has inventory discounts depending on where you look. Model Y, I definitely feel like, there actually already is one right here for the launch series. It's very sporadic, but I could easily see some Model Y all-wheel drive discounts very, very, very soon. That's how much mine costs. Nice. I think I missed that. Made it to live. Will they sell Model Y Performance front and rear bumpers, or does it look different? Might do a swap. From what we saw, the Model Y Performance bumper actually looks very the same as like just an all-wheel drive. Hoping that they will do a newer bumper restyled, but at the same time, with Tesla and how the direction they're going with limited changes, maybe it might be the same. But the one thing is for sure, if they do, I don't know if Tesla will do the swap, but I've definitely seen things on like Facebook Marketplace, especially in LA, where there would be shops that will, get you the bumper or at least make the swap for you or charge you to make the swap for you. U-Haul, Hertz Online Sales never updates website inventory. Yeah, it's very slow. And if you take a look at these, like they don't even have inventory pictures. So maybe these are sold already and maybe it just hasn't been updated. Sacre, I just ordered a Model Y all-wheel drive on Saturday. Nice. Congrats, Sacre, on your brand new Model Y. When's your delivery date? And what steps are you preparing for that? And for sure. JL, if I got a nickel for each commercial this man has on its live, you would have 10 cents at the moment. Thanks for coming in, JL. Colin, I have a document that said, we are letting you drive a car for free and for over a day, and this is what we must do to protect our property. I guess that's fair, and because, but certainly I wish, did you get a picture of it? Maybe in your email? Maybe send me a DM with a picture of it if you've got it. I'd love to see it. Chris, what's the mileage limit for a 48-hour test drive? It's 200 miles, but dependent on location and everything. Yoon, getting a Model Y on June 6th. Can't wait. Nice. Congrats to everybody that just bought a Model Y or about to buy a Tesla. If you're interested, and this is only a deal for people that are in that pre-delivery task before they pick up their Tesla, you can get full self-driving for half the price. If you're interested, send me a DM and we can point you in the right direction. Yoon, how's the build quality? What should I look out for the Model Y? Model Y has actually been pretty good in terms of what I've seen, including ours and other people, but there seems to be like a common denominator of like suspension issues on the front. It could be a slight clunky noise. Mine's actually been okay. Like I heard it. Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I don't. So it's not like too bad, but in terms of build quality, it's been fantastic. There are checklists out there as well. I look at all the seams of where all the panels come together. The issue is I live 40 miles from the dealership and I live in a remote part of Texas, being nothing is nearby. So I most could get the car, drive home and get groceries when I was at 150 miles. Ooh, okay. So then, yeah, that pretty much kills all of your test drive. I guess, yeah. And even if you explain to them, they probably wouldn't really be able to do anything because everything is pretty much further in Texas for sure. JJ, are there wind noises in 2023 Teslas? Are there wind noises in 2025 models? Yes and yes. Well, yes and yes for the 2023, and then yes for the 2025s on all models, except I would say for like brand new S's and X's, and also maybe brand new Model 3s. Model Ys, the 2025, definitely have some wind noise. I rode the older Model Y and Model 3 on the highway. Wind noises were insane. Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you were to go like drive an older Model 3 or Model Y and then go to your local Tesla store immediately and drive the new one, there is massive upgrades in terms of build quality, wind noise, sound reduction, and everything. And also, of course, the biggest one, which is going to be comfortability at the end of the day. In this next topic, we get this question a lot about full self-driving, and the question is, will full self-driving FSD, Tesla FSD, will it be cheaper or more expensive in the near future? So I figure we'll talk about it because, there has been a big history with full self-driving in terms of how much Tesla has charged for it, like the history of it, because believe it or not, full self-driving, the fact package that Tesla charges $8,000 for right now, used to be $15,000. And the subscription at $100 a month, it definitely was not there either. And it was $200 a month before actually being introduced. And so really, here's my thoughts on it, because there's a lot of different hype that's coming out right now with full self-driving. And on top of that, it's actually usable. We use it almost every day on a new Model Y, and vehicles with the front camera, very good, actually. And now that Robotaxi is about to debut in Austin, there's going to be even more further hype with full self-driving Robotaxi and everything, more attention, and people are going to start to realize how usable it is, and especially when it becomes unsupervised, right? Because right now it's supervised, it could change the game for sure. But let's talk about all the different pricing for full self-driving in the past. In 2022, it was $12,000, and it went up to $15,000 in September of 2022. 2023 of September, it went back down to $12,000, and then 2024 of April, it went down to $8,000, and then they introduced the $199 per month. But I totally forgot about this one because this was sourced from Grok. September of 2024, last year, Tesla offered full self-driving as low as $4,500 for select inventory vehicles, even though the standard price remained at $8,000. I remember this was on like, I want to say Model S or Model X. And so very interesting to see, and remember that they were making some deals depending on some vehicles. And maybe we easily see this come back with some of their stale vehicles, like older Model 3s, older Model S, Model X, maybe some older Cybertrucks as well, because I don't know if they want to give it away for free, because that would leave a very salty taste for some of the Tesla buyers out there. But I mean, half cost or 30% off. I mean, certainly it would be very interesting to see if a deal like that comes back in the near future. But certainly I think full self-driving will not get any more cheaper than $8,000 unless it's like a promotional type of thing on some vehicles. I think it will keep going higher and higher as people start to realize, like supervised or unsupervised, how usable it is and how it can benefit them, especially in their daily driving. Like I would say at this point, if you drive an hour plus a day, full self-driving will definitely have some sort of benefit for you, especially if you drive all on the highway type of time frame. Right now, there's also full self-driving transfer, and if you're interested in getting a deal on full self-driving on your pending delivery, definitely send me a DM. We'll point you in the right direction for that, and it really only works for people that are pending delivery of a Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. On top of that, if you're interested in buying a new Tesla, don't forget about paint protection to protect your Tesla. We partnered with Tez Bros, which is actually a good friend of ours. They've got a DIY paint protection film kit for your Tesla vehicle, and if you use promo code Dennis, you can save some extra money as well. If you don't want to know what this is a paint protection film kit that you can install yourself. They give all the different directions, and you're going to save thousands of dollars instead of going to a shop for this. And they give you the videos and all the different kit to install. So definitely check it out. Tez Bros down below in the description. Use our promo code Dennis to save some money as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Colin, I thought I had the document, but Tesla took it. But to answer the other person's question, they have zero wiggle room on the mileage. Yeah, very interesting. I'll ask Tesla for it and then send it to you. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Colin, for that. I think full self-driving has gone significantly over time as it's only L2, Waymo is L4. Yeah, I do want to sit in a Waymo. There's so many around here, but I haven't sat in one yet. Decrease in terms of, the value has decreased over time. Yeah, I guess it really depends. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. See you guys in the next one. See ya.